My half-brother. Family relationships can be complicated, yet sometimes the most unexpected ones become the most meaningful. For me, that person is my half-brother, Ethan. We don't share the same mother, and for a long time, we didn't even share the same world. But somehow, life brought us together and turned our story into something beautiful, a story of connection, forgiveness, and love that goes beyond blood. I first met Ethan when I was 12 years old. My parents had divorced when I was very young, and I lived with my mother. My father had remarried, and from that marriage, Ethan was born. I used to hear about him only through short, distant conversations with my dad. "He's growing fast," my father would say. Or, "He's got your eyes." But to me, those were just words. At that time, Ethan was only a name, a stranger who happened to share my father. When I finally met him, I didn't know what to expect. I remember standing nervously at the gate of my father's house one summer afternoon. Ethan ran out first, holding a toy car in his small hands. He was only 5. His hair was messy, his cheeks were round, and his eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Are you my brother?" he asked, with a voice so innocent that it melted all my hesitation. I nodded awkwardly, unsure how to answer, and he smiled so wide that his whole face lit up. At that moment, something inside me softened. In the following days, I noticed how naturally Ethan accepted me. He didn't care that we had different mothers, or that I lived in another city. To him, I was simply his big brother, someone he could follow around, play with, and look up to. He would wake me up early in the morning just to show me his drawings or ask me to build Lego houses with him. Sometimes he would hug me without any reason, saying, "I missed you, brother." It was strange how quickly he made space for me in his little heart, and how slowly I learned to do the same. As I grew older, I realized how much Ethan had changed the way I saw family. Before him, I used to believe that being half meant being incomplete, like a reminder of a broken past. But Ethan showed me that love doesn't work like that. He never thought of me as a half-brother. To him, I was just his brother. His love was whole, and that made mine whole too. There were times, of course, when things weren't easy. Sometimes, the distance between our two homes, and our two families, created walls. There were holidays I couldn't visit, birthdays I missed, and moments I could only see through photos. Once, when he was about 8, he called me crying because I didn't come to his school performance. I tried to explain, but his small voice on the phone simply said, "It's okay, maybe next time." I hung up and cried silently. That was the moment I promised myself that I would always try to be there for him, no matter how complicated things became. Years went by, and Ethan grew into a thoughtful teenager. He started to remind me of myself, the same shy smile, the same quiet determination. But he was also stronger, more open-hearted. I admired him for that. Whenever I visited, he would ask about my life, my studies, my dreams. Once, when I was going through a difficult time at university and felt completely lost, it was Ethan who texted me first, "Don't give up, brother. You always tell me to try again. So you should too." That message, so simple and sincere, reminded me of how love can come from the most unexpected places. Now that I'm older, I realize how much he has taught me, not through lectures or advice, but through the way he loves. Ethan taught me that family isn't defined by shared blood, but by shared hearts. He showed me that sometimes, love grows stronger precisely because it has to cross boundaries, of distance, of difference, of the past. I will never forget one afternoon when we were sitting on the porch, watching the sunset. Ethan turned to me and said, "You know, I used to wish we had the same mom. But now I think it doesn't matter. Because you're still my brother." His words were simple, but they carried more warmth than anything else I had ever heard. I didn't know what to say. I just smiled, placed my hand on his shoulder, and whispered, "And you're my brother too. Always."